We're here at the Retro Rally Festival with Matt Philip. Matt Philip, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
You brought us this fantastic Colt 1100 SS.
Well, it brings back a lot of memories for me.
Come and show us all about it. We're going to have a look at this beautiful car.
Well, this is the last version of these. I started rallying in 1967 with an earlier model and graduated to one of these, which was actually a factory-owned car at the end of my Colt career. There are photos inside the car of the factory car that I drove in the BP rally in 1972, and I've put instruments and things back in this car which I would have had in those cars then. A halter and a stopwatch. There wasn't much technology then. It was nice and simple and we could all do it. These are the previous cars I had. I started with this one, which was a straight 1100, drum brakes, 12-inch wheels, and graduated because I won the Light Car Club Clubman's Rally, which gave free entry to the BP Rally. So we bought a new car for the BP Rally, and we finished 12th outright, which I thought for a 21-year-old wasn't a bad start.
And what's the thing that appeals about the Colt compared to other cars for you?
It's amazing reliability, really. They were never regarded as the fastest car, but they were so often there at the finish. Really, what happened in the days of when the Colts first came out, and actually I was a Mini person in those days, and I wanted to do rallying, and a Mini was a very fragile car to do rallying. It either went all right or it broke, and more often it broke.
Tell us about the difference between the transition between the front-wheel drive and the rear-wheel drive cars.
I probably don't remember much difference, really, because you were on the limit and they were sliding around a lot. But really the Colt was a car that you could pound over the rough stuff, and the Mini wasn't one of those. The Colt front suspension is extremely strong and the body design is extremely strong, and you could drive them flat out. In fact, I think Bob Watson wandered over to look at my car earlier, and he drove one of my Colts in what was called the Holden Dealer International Rally many years ago, and he came 5th outright in that, which was the first privateer car. So they were all works cars in front of him, and I do remember him driving it and saying, I was able to drive this car absolutely flat out all day. I didn't back off for the rough stuff, and it hung together, and the cars I've driven previously probably wouldn't. So that was their great ability, and I think that's why a lot of private people bought them. A lot of guys bought these cars, they'd put a sump guard on it, a little bit of navigation gear in it, and they'd go rallying. And they'd have a lot of success and a lot of fun. But being early Japanese cars, the metal in the cars is very thin, so they sort of deteriorated a bit over the years, so now that's why they're particularly scarce.
Why were they such a successful car?
Because they were strong and reliable. And in the day there weren't super powerful cars, so the little engine wasn't a real disadvantage.
In 1970, Mitsubishi entered a 3-car works team in the Ampol Round Australia Trial. They won the team's prize.
Well, they won the team's prize against teams from Holden, Ford, Renault. And it was a terrific effort because the little cars were so reliable. I serviced for the Holden dealer team on that event, so I watched it.
While we've got you here, you also did another few things in rallying, particularly in the Repco Round Australia Trial.
Well, yes, I co-drove with Peter Brock for that, which we were lucky enough to win the event, much to everybody's disgust, I think.
Thank you very much, Matt Philip.